It's not very typical of me to do a lot of dumbbell work. I do a lot of face pulls, but definitely not enough to uh, eliminate the problem that I'm having. And it might be kind of hard to tell, but in this video you'll be able to see kind of get a sense for my weakness and kind of where I'm at. Doing some dumbbell presses. On this work I did 4 sets of 15 with 45 pounds. And that's a very light weight, and as ridiculous as it may seem, it was weird to do because my left shoulder was bugging me. I haven't tried a heavier weight, but I'm pretty confident I can probably get 80s or 90s or even 100s up. But that's only because I'll be able to kind of speed it up with my chest because I have a strong chest, but then my shoulder and triceps are kind of lacking. So I got different angles that I kind of filmed for lots of reasons. One, to share my journey. Two, to actually assess myself. And as I'm watching this through a second time, because I edited it first and now I'm doing commentary while I watch it, is that left shoulder is not nearly as developed. And if you were to touch it or hold it or compare it, there's definitely a lot more meat on my right shoulder when compared to my left. Now here you see me doing some curls, and it might be hard to tell, but there'll be different angles to see kind of the weakness. Here's I want to speed up these 15 reps, and then I want to let you know, and maybe you can notice the weakness on the left side. In the case of the left side is, this is the mirror, so the left side is the one that's the furthest away from the mirror. And you can kind of see how it struggles to lock out a little bit. Okay, here's some lateral raises. Here it's a lot more obvious. And a lot of this has to do, and I'm pretty sure this is my current hypothesis and sort of what I've been learning, is supraspinatus weakness. And also a weakness of the external rotators, which are the teres minor, and probably infraspinatus. I'm sure if I get that right, the sits muscles. And then you can see that shoulder hiking, that shoulder shrugging. And then I drop the 5-pound plates and then start to do it with just my hands. And you kind of see as I begin to get tired and fatigued through all these reps of dumbbell work and band work and plate work, you can kind of see how that shoulder begins to hike more and more. It's like that trap and levator. It's actually mainly the levator, I think, that's actually taking control and doing most of the work. Also the rhomboids, especially the rhomboid minor, is probably working a lot harder than it should, which is kind of causing the shoulder to shrug upwards. So that means I need to work on my lower traps, or that might be what the case may be. And then here you can see in the back, you can actually see a difference in the shape of the muscle. It might be a little bit hard to tell, but you can kind of see how my left shoulder has trouble going up. Now I can bring my left side go up a lot higher, but that would only be because I will be using my levator and my traps to kind of move the shoulder upwards. I'm trying to do a comparison of both, and that's basically the limit of where I'm at. I can't get my hand up any higher than that. Without the weight, I can kind of get it up. It's fine. Here is the banded face pull. It's not really a face pull, but banded. And you kind of see there's a lot under development of that rear delt. There's almost like no rear delt, actually. It's kind of weird. That medial delt's pretty good when you compare it to the right and left. Actually, if you kind of look closely, it could just be the lighting. But look at that. You can see that the right shoulder, or in this case your left, is a lot more round than the one on the right, or my left. So I do these curls to kind of show you the weakness with these 15-pound dumbbells. You can see that left side begin to struggle quite a bit. I forgot, I think I did 12 or 15 reps. And as I continue to do more and more rep work, you can kind of see, I do 3 on each side here, and I'm struggling. And it's weird because it's not like it's not like it's like making my arm work. I mean, it's not like it's burning my arm. It's just more like my brain won't make it work, if that makes any sense. So here, this is a supraspinatus raise, and what the purpose of this, the reason why there's an angle like this is because what it's doing is because it's supraspinatus, the rotator cuff muscle, the primary movement is it initiates shoulder abduction, but also the medial delt, the front delt too, and a little bit of the rear delt. But in this case, what this does, it makes the direction of resistance in a way where the supraspinatus is basically isolated. And again, as I kind of continue to do more assessments, movement assessments, you can kind of see how that left side has a lot of difficulty going up. It's interesting too, because when I go up high enough from the front, it doesn't look too bad, but from the back, it's quite obvious. So I hold my arm up, I kind of leave it up there to show the weakness, and you kind of actually see gradually as I move and as I fatigue, the left shoulder begins to start to hike higher, 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 and higher. Kind of messing around my palm position to see if it makes a difference with internal and external rotation, but it's pretty clear that that left shoulder is significantly weak. It's just gradually moving up towards my ear. And as I try to figure this out, I'm not purposely dropping it. It's really having trouble stabilizing. So as you can see on the back, it's really obvious there's no rear delt and a rotator cuff stability because it's not able to pull the arm up, which is why it looks so crooked. From the front, it doesn't even look as crooked, but from the back, it's really obvious. So this is kind of like a journal log. I'll probably make another one of these in a few weeks, depending on kind of how my progress is. I mean, the main thing is making sure that I get even, because I can't keep training heavy and be this imbalanced. Because when you train heavy and you're really imbalanced, you're going to get hurt, especially at max weights. And I'm just trying to figure out, kind of get the right feeling in. And it just looks obvious that it's just a shoulder development, more than just a rotator cuff, just the overall side is undertrained quite a bit. And this is the result of doing too much barbell lifting, too much movement training and not enough muscle training. Not enough of single arm movements, dumbbell movements. I've been doing squats, bench, and deadlift and overhead press. I'm doing barbell rows. I haven't been doing all the stuff that I should be doing. And this is kind of the result. If you suffer from a similar issue or know somebody, share this video with them. Or if you have a solution for me, link a video below, leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.